thought may not actually lower your IQ. We have the latest on a new study.
And an election has left Israel's prime minister barely hanging on to his job. Humber News starts now. Hello, it's Wednesday, January 23rd. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Daniel Bazzelli. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Katie Boyven. Ahead on our show, we have all your news and sports highlights, as well as a 5-day weather forecast. But first, Daniel has our top story.
With the icy weather sweeping through Toronto and the GTA, people working outdoors have been feeling the effects. Humber Security is taking extra precautions while working out in the cold. Humber News reporter Stephen Donkers has details.
The cold snap is coming down hard on Toronto, and Humber College's security guards are feeling the cold pinch. Humber's Director of Public Safety, Michael Kopanak, says the college is taking the extra steps to make sure the guards stay warm.
That we have guards outside, and whether or not we need to be bringing them inside.
Coordinator of Public Safety, David Yen, says the guards are on a 15 to 20 minute rotation to ensure that security is always available outside.
Yeah, because of nasty weather, we don't want people exposed to it too much. At the same time, you have to draw that balance between having someone available to answer questions and to be out there because of the fact that people are paying a premium to come here to park. You want to have that service level available.
Yen says the rotations of guards will be used for the rest of the winter season.
More likely through the winter season. So prior to it being so cold recently, that was already the case. We have break relief guards dedicated just to replace each guard for their breaks, for their lunches and whatnot. We've just ramped it up a little bit more now.
2 mobile jeeps are circling the North Campus to provide the guards a vehicle to warm up in. Hot chocolate and coffee are also being handed out to the guards. Sandra Fleece with Humber's Health Sciences says for anyone working outdoors to take precaution.
Some of the things that you might look for with frostbite are a tingling or a numbness, and sometimes they get a white marking on the skin where the frostbite has attacked that area. They would need to do some gradual warming if they suspect frostbite coming out of the cold.
With cold weather like this, fashion shouldn't be a priority for anyone. Weather experts say that with low temperatures and the wind chill, injuries such as frostbite can happen within minutes. Stephen Donkers, Humber News.
After weeks of teacher protests, today the Ontario government is repealing its Putting Students First Act. Despite the repeal of controversial Bill 115, the conditions set out by the contracts will remain. The repeal comes just days before the replacement of Dalton McGuinty as Ontario Premier. That's leading to speculation that it's an attempt to win back Liberal support from teachers' unions. A government news release said the contracts imposed by the bill will save the province $250 million between 2012 and 2013 and $540 million the next year. This in addition to another $1.1 billion saved from the elimination of bank sick days.
This is the last week for public consultations on the casino proposal for Toronto, and everyone's weighing in. MGM's CEO spoke to the Economic Club of Canada yesterday. He painted an attractive picture of what life would be like with downtown gambling. But a community meeting the same day had councillors confused about how possible locations for the casino were to be chosen. Councillor Mike Layton says he's concerned that once the city says yes to a casino, they won't have control over where it gets built. The 3 proposed sites are the Portlands, the CNE, and downtown Toronto. A staff report on the proposal is expected in March or April.
TTC Chair Karen Stintz is calling on the mayor to set priorities and stand behind them. Stintz told a panel last night that a stronger agenda from Mayor Rob Ford would help prevent political sideshows distracting from city business. Earlier this month, Stintz said she would consider voting for Ford if he gets ousted from office, but only if he makes a strong case about why he should remain mayor. She also says that Toronto would benefit from greater political leadership from the mayor.
Smoking pot in adolescence may not affect IQ after all. That's according to a new international study. That may be a relief for many. Previous research connected marijuana use in teens to a lower IQ later in life. Norwegian researchers took a second look at the findings out of New Zealand. The review says there were critical errors in the way the study was conducted. It says it failed to account for differences in socioeconomic status between test groups. The researchers say subjects from poorer families tended to end up in less intellectually demanding careers, and that could explain a drop in IQ over time.
Humber College kicked off its annual degree fair today. Students gathered in the North Campus Student Center to meet with various university representatives. Approximately 45 universities from North America, Australia, and Great Britain came to Humber to speak with students about furthering your education by getting a degree or by taking graduate studies. The fair moves to Humber's Lakeshore campus tomorrow.
When we come back, we'll have more news from around the country and around the world. Mark Mullen will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Laura Booth.
If you thought yesterday was cold, then today must have been a shocker, and it's only getting slightly warmer over the weekend. I'll have your weather forecast after the break.